This stuff is getting to be really ridiculous now at this point. I don't know what's wrong with these people in the world.
South Texas, the death toll growing now to at least 19 students and 2 adults in that shooting at Robb Elementary School. The school that serves second through
That's
fourth
crazy.
graders. Here's what we know right now. The suspected gunman is 18-year-old Salvador Ramos. Law enforcement believe he first shot his grandmother, then crashed his car near the elementary school and entered it wearing body armor. Responding officers shot and killed him. Officials say Ramos was a high school student in Uvalde, Texas, the same community where this shooting took place, about an hour and a half west of San Antonio. He's believed to have acted alone in this. President Joe Biden speaking tonight saying he is tired of these
That
shootings.
is
I
crazy.
am sick
I
and
didn't know
tired.
about this. I'm finding out
We
about
have to
this.
act. And
It's
don't tell
ridiculous.
me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
We have reached out
Let's
to
keep
local
happening.
school districts and law enforcement about the shooting. The
What's wrong with
FBI's
these kids?
Atlanta office says it has no specific information that would suggest a pending threat anywhere in the state of Georgia, but it remains vigilant. Fulton County School District telling us that officials will remain vigilant there as well during these last 2 days of school this week, and staff will be available for any students seeking counsel. Fulton County Schools also saying it doesn't know of any threat to its district, but will have increased patrols tomorrow to help everyone feel safe.
Covering everything tonight, so. But I didn't know about that story until just right now. What is going on with the people's minds today? What make you snap off and decide you want to shoot kids? Like, there's got to be something really wrong with you. It's ridiculous. I'm speechless. So I'm believing it at that. And I'm out. There's nothing in this world that can make you understand what makes somebody go into the mind state to just decide they want to kill a bunch of kids. Like, what? Why? Who does that? I don't get it. But I'm gonna put this story out here from my state. It's heartbreaking. I'm catching it live too. It hurt my feelings. I can't lie. Just to hear what he finna say. The beginning of it. I haven't even watched the rest of the interview. But the first beginning of it was enough to put me in my feelings. So I'm gonna give y'all the audio.
Hello, I'm Steve Beager. The news out of Uvalde, Texas is awful. 19 children murdered at their elementary school 2 days before summer vacation. The school is specifically for second, third, and fourth graders. 2 teachers are also dead. So is the killer after a shootout with police. Investigators think he shot and wounded his grandmother to start it all. Uvalde is about 80 miles west of San Antonio. Fox 4's David Santendri starts our coverage. He's in Dallas with the update. David.
Listen.
Yeah, Steve, at least 21 people killed by the school shooter, 19 of them children. There's so many unanswered questions tonight. What led up to this shooting? What was the motive? Questions we hope to get answered throughout this investigation. But in the meantime, there are many families tonight grieving following yet another school shooting. Tearful parents leaving a reunification center, hoping to be reunited with their children, hoping to not receive devastating news.
We have not gotten one phone call from her, and her phone is off.
This woman trying to find her 10-year-old niece.
I'm just praying that my little one is okay.
The death toll increasing. Children and adults ambushed inside Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas.
And there are families who are in mourning right now, and the state of Texas is in mourning with them for the reality that these parents are not going to be able to pick up their children.
Texas DPS says the gunman, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, shot his own grandmother Tuesday, later ditching a vehicle outside the school before entering the school and shooting indiscriminately.
The suspect was able to make entry into the school and started shooting children, teachers, anybody that was in his way. He started shooting every single person.
The Texas Department of Public Safety says he used a rifle and wore body armor. Cell phone video shows first responders rushing to the scene. They were immediately met by gunfire.
Several officers were shot, and at that time, we did have a tactical law enforcement team arrive on scene who were actually able to make entry, and the suspect then returned fire to that actual tactical team, in which the suspect was then shot and is now deceased.
And we are not actively looking for another individual or any other suspects in this case.
Following a brief statement from the school district's chief of police, the district superintendent brought back tears.
Again, my heart was broken today. We're a small community, and we need your prayers to get us through this.
We're now learning about one of the victims, Eva Morales, a fourth grade teacher with nearly 20 years in education experience who's been working at Robb Elementary for 5 years. Her school bio says she's married to a Uvalde Community ISD officer, and she also leaves behind an adult daughter. Names of teachers and their classes are written on a board outside the reunification center in Uvalde. Family members helplessly hoping their loved ones are safe.
I want to tell myself that she's okay, and I'm going to keep telling myself that she's okay and she's going to come home.
That's ridiculous, people. Something going on in society. We're to the point to where people killing 19 kids on one day, on one occasion, for no reasons, with no answers. I don't know what it is. I'm not a politician. I'm just a citizen, with opinions. This is basically all I'm giving you right now. That is all I'm giving you. That is all I'm giving you right now. Is my opinions. But it's definitely something very wrong with our kids and our parenting. It's not just them. So we doing wrong too. And I admit I am one that wasn't the best father. I have my reasons. I was denied a lot of opportunities with that situation, but that's no excuse. It is what it is. We gotta do better. We gotta teach our kids better. We gotta have some more morals within ourselves to show them, because it's telling them ain't enough. And it's obvious. We have to set an example. What is that is to do? No, we can. I'm still fighting to do it, and I just want y'all to come on this journey with me. We can turn it around. We just gotta be a little more forceful and, well, I can't say forceful because that shit don't work no more. Y'all use this a little more to deceive these little fuckers. No, I was not deceive, but engineer them into the right direction in a different way than what we were brought up, because they ain't gonna respond to that. I was raised in a generation where, yeah, the neighbor up the street, it was like, hey, let's say you messing up. Now, hey, you know you ain't. I'm gonna whoop your little ass. You better stop. Or I'm gonna whoop your ass. They don't call your mama and tell her. And you gonna go home and get her ass whooping in too. Again, it's not from mama and daddy. It was daddy in the house. So that wasn't something I experienced at that point. But thankfully, we was able to generate a relationship ourselves later on. Once again, a whole another subject. But I'm sweating. I'm getting in my feelings. So I'm gonna cut this video. Let's do better with our children, y'all. Start with our kids, lead to the grandbabies, and that'll lead to next generations. Okay, even though I will admit that even though I wasn't the best father and I wasn't always around and I didn't have the access that I wanted, I was able to still raise kids that were successful. They know that I am their father and I was very much a part of their lives. Just maybe not in the manner and the amount that I wanted to be, because of course for me that would have been constantly. But again, that's a whole nother story. So we're gonna move on from that. But the point is, we have to do better with our children, people. We have to think about what's going on with our next generations, not just what's going on with us now. And a lot of that has to do with us bringing back our old generations that we were raised on. I'm 44 years old. I was born in 1978. So I was raised on completely different morals than these millennial kids from once you get past the 1990s, that's probably far back as I can go with kids because my youngest was born in 2003. And again, not a lot of access. But again, totally different situation. But the point is, they were all raised well. They're all successful. My two girls are very great at school. My oldest is doing her thing, taking care of her kids, and we're all living our lives in prosperous ways. I just wanted to be there more. I didn't fail. I just didn't do what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. The moms did their thing. So that in itself was a blessing because they were able to do it without me. But whatever. But the point is, it's a new millennium. Our kids are exposed to social media. They're seeing everything a lot earlier. We have to be more aware and more alert to what's going on with them. You have to talk to your kids more now than what you did then because our kid had to do then and say, hey, don't do this. And this ain't that. But now they getting it from their phones. Anything that they want to know, you can get it from your cell phone. Unless your parents are being observative, which makes it harder on a lot of parents now. It was easy then. All you do is say, hey, you can't watch this, change channel. Now you gotta take their phone. You gotta take the laptop. You gotta cut off the damn internet for everybody if you really want to access anything. Or stop access to anything because the world is at their fingertips. And that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. You have to decide how you want to play it. Either you're going to be strict with it and be active with what's going on with your child, or you let them learn on their own. And when you let them learn on their own, you never know what you're going to get. But anyway, I'm rambling now. So we're going to cut this. Part of the story is let's do better with our kids. Maybe some of these school shootings, violence, even down to the rappers getting killed daily. Maybe something will change. I know it's gonna take more than just that, but communication is a start. So let's get that going and see where it goes. That's all we can do. That being said, Zico 214, Highland Hills, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Triple D, Dirty D, Dirty Dallas, Dallas, Dirty Dallas, Dallas, in the building, out the building.